Yeah. Okay. I'll just check out. We have completed this, right? Last class. Present synergy, warehousing operations. Yes. Okay, we'll go with the next one, public private leased contract. We have gone through this and we have learned order picking. Okay, then modern trends. We have completed with the benefits. Then we have learned about this warehousing types, public, private, government, cooperative, bonded, distribution center or warehouses, cold storage, export and import, climate controlled field warehouses, agriculture warehouses, and I think I have briefed all this also. Okay. And excuse me. சொல்டா கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கிறேன்டா டக்குன்னு சொல்றா Launder, distribution, export, field, agriculture warehouse. Yeah. Next one will go the warehousing functions. Okay, I think we'll complete this by today. See, there are few basic functions which is performed in warehouse management. Okay. First and foremost is a movement function. See, where you receive your goods, receipt of products from the manufacturing plant. See, very clear where you receive your goods from the manufacturing plant. Then you transfer it to the warehouse. Then from placement and designated place, then regrouping your products, then transferring on transport vehicle. So all this movement function will go to the next level where you call that as a storage function performed by storing products in the warehouse till delivery to the ultimate consumer. Okay, so movement function, basic functions perform, movement function, storage function. Okay, see all of these functions, these functions goes on with the storage of goods, protection of goods, definitely a risk bearing. Okay, then identification of goods, financing process. Okay, then centralized versus decentralized warehousing. Factor centralized, decentralized. So what is this susceptibility? Where you have your centralized product value, purchase size, special warehousing, product line, customer service. See, if it is centralized, your customer service is low, and it is if it is decentralized, it will be high. Okay, so that is how you need to learn here. Special warehousing, where you have your when it is centralized, it is yes, okay. You can go for a special warehousing, and if it is decentralized, it is not advisable to go for a special warehousing. Similarly, you go for a purchase size. If it is centralized, you can go for large. If it's decentralized, you can go for small. Okay. So this is the difference between the centralized and decentralized. Okay. See here, you have a shipping order locating. See here, you receive your you receive your order. Okay, you process your order. Okay, then you go for quality check. Then you go for order picking, validation, shipping, and bounding, where you pick from the storage area. You locate it, and where you pick from the storage area. Okay, so inbound and outbound process, where this is receiving and this is shipping. Where you receive from the manufacturing, this comes from manufacturing, and you locate it, you put it in a storage area, and order is picked from here. Order picking is happening here, validation is happening here. That is where I told you about the order picking here. Hope you remember. Okay, இங்க பார். இங்க சொல்லியிருக்கேன் நான் already. Order picking. Yeah, order picking, types of picking, discrete, bachelor, wave, and reverse order. Okay, so there is where you go for your order picking there. Okay, so this is where you go for order processing. Another very detailed, see, one you receive, two you put away your goods there, then three you allocate, then you pick. Okay, without allocating you cannot make a pickup there. Then fifth one is go where you go with your work process from here, work in progress, and your shipment is getting packed, shipping happens here. Okay, right from this place of seven, you have your cycle counts. How many cycles? One, two, three. Where it is, whether it is a inter transfer or intra transfers. Okay, see, you may have four to five godowns, five to five warehouses, but you may have to give you may have to deliver from one. For example, you take this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four. Your customer has ordered four to five products. One product is here, one product is here, two products are here, three products is here. So automatically you need to club everything, and then because you need to transfer from here. Okay, so then because you have a multiple warehouse. Okay, so you need to transfer from one place to another, and then you go for your shipping. Okay, so you can easily identify with your flexible barcode here or scanner here. So now QR scanner has come. Then you need to integrate everything. So this is where you have your full-fledged centralized warehouse, or you have a decentralized warehousing process. Okay, so this is the process that you have. Okay, how your order is getting processed. Okay, the next one is a storage system. We finish unit one today. Storage system. See some storage strategy you have. See there are some randomized storage, randomized or floating slot storage place items in the closest available slot, bin or rack that we can put in the. Then products are then retrieved on a first in first out. Okay, you call it as a FIFO basis. I think you have already gone through this term FIFO. Okay, first in first out. Okay, you're am I audible? இருக்கியா கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கியா இல்லையா? I hope you are there in the class. Okay. So some storage strategy where you have randomized storage, dedicated storage, randomized or floating slot. You go with your storage place items for your closest availables. Okay, so FIFO where you have first in first out. Okay, see this approach maximizes the space utilization. You will know how much is in, how much is out, how much is free that you can store here. So the space utilization. See, though it requires longer travel time between order picking locations, see, you may have four to five locations. Though there is some time taken, yes, definitely you need to make. So, randomized system often which minimizes labor and handling cost. Okay, then dedicated storage. You go for dedicated. Okay, in dedicated, you go for a fixed slot. In the these many racks are for me. Okay, to store my products. So fixed slot or a storage, products are stored in a permanent location within a warehouse. Okay, so various location criteria where you commonly you get used to locate stock like popularity, unit size, cube, compatibility, complementarity, and even more. Okay, then how this popularity criteria locates. Okay, popular items needs near the shipping area, and the unpopular items always from the shipping. So by this method, the order pickers travel shorter distance to pick the most popular items being ordered, thereby reducing the time required to pick orders. Then unit size. You see, it's a criterion that small sized items be located near the shipping area. Okay, and larger size items we place farther away from the shipping area. By locating this smaller size, why you need to know, no? Like items near the shipping area, more items can be stored near the shipping area. See, if you store bigger or large or huge items there nearby, you cannot accommodate more products. So you can accommodate small products in a large number where it will be stored near the shipping area, which reduces the under quicker travel distance, and time is very precious here. So unit size, you need to define upon popularity, define upon unit size. Then you will be going for your cube. The cube criterion is a variation of unit size. In that, the items with smaller total cube space requirements are located near the shipping area. So compatibility refers to how well the products may be stored together. See, for example, you take pharmaceuticals which cannot be stored with the bagged agriculture chemicals. Then complementarity, where you refer to how often your products are ordered. See, based on that, you need to arrange your warehouse. Okay, warehouse process of delivery. Okay, so complementarity where it refers to how often your products are ordered together and therefore stored together. So computer disk drives, CD-ROMs, and other monitor pencil, desk, chair, examples of a complementarity products that usually stored close to each other. Okay, so these are all the very important things here. You take this, these are all the dedicated storage. Storage based on the popularity, storage based on the unit size, storage based on the cube, compatibility, complementarity, and even so. Okay, so cube, complementarity, compatibility, see where it is compatible. Okay, will be stored with backed agriculture chemicals. Okay, fine. So I'm storing diesel, I'm storing petrol, I'm storing crude oil. Yes, definitely. Well, see, refers to how well products may be stored together. Okay, simply you cannot be storing everything. Pharmaceuticals cannot be stored with the bagged agriculture chemicals because you cannot put everything there inside together. Okay, and if you are trying to ship any chemicals there, you should not carry any food items with that. Okay, or any vegetables with that, any raw meats with that, any other, you take meat or any other poultry exports, nothing should be mixed with that. So because pharmaceutical products is totally different and it is where where it is a chemical products. Okay, so you need to see the compatibility. Okay, எது கூட வைக்கணும். Okay, then complementarity. So which where you have your complementary products of all your pen, pencils, and so on. Okay, then because they are very close to each other. See, if you store few things, for example, you can store in your warehouse. Why they are telling is like, for example, you're taking a computer peripherals. Definitely, you will store all your computer peripherals in near which should be very nearby, which should be very nearby. Okay, you cannot store a monitor in one particular place and CD and your hard disk in another warehouse. No, not at all needed. You can store all this in a one particular place, which will be definitely when a person is going to order a peripheral of a system, one or two items it should be nearby. So when it is getting ordered, you can easily go for a order picking. It will be very easy. Okay. So next, cost analysis. Warehouse cost analysis. Yes, typically it is important. Okay, cost analysis. Typical warehouse cost. Before determining what factors drive the cost of a warehouse, it is essential to define these costs. So, in order to get a clear view of what typical expenses a warehouse faces and which take most part of it, so a cost tree is definitely helpful always. You need to go for a cost tree. Okay, where you need to define it, where you need to calculate it or calculate your cost of your warehouse. See that cost tree, where it has three. One is cost components, then storage, handling and overhead cost, which eventually can be broken down into a indirect expenses. Sorry, into a direct expenses. These are direct expenses. Okay, so in addition to have a clear overview of the different costs, a warehouse where it faces the cost tree, which reflects different levels of detail. Okay, so there you have a typical warehouse. What are all the percentage? Oh yeah, you go for a 60% where it takes, or followed by a space and equipment cost with respect to 25 and 15% of the total storage and handling cost. So the cost tree of Richards does not include the proportion of overhead in relation to the total cost. Okay. Simple warehouse cost tree. Simple warehouse cost tree. Rent or lease cost, rates, building insurance, electricity, gas, water. You take here. You just go. You just have a view of this. You just have a view of this. Just take your time. Just view this. Okay. Simple warehouse cost tree. See there. Rent, rates, building insurance, electricity, gas, water, building and racking depreciation, and you have your repair and maintenance, cleaning, security, other equipment depreciation. That you go for a 25%. See into your storage. Then you have your wages on cost, safety wear, welfare, handling equipment depreciation. You have 60% of labor, and definitely you need to go for equipments. Yeah. So handling equipment depreciation, definitely equipment 15%. So storage handling. Then next cost on salary on cost company cars. You go for management and administration. Salary on cost company cars advertising, sales and marketing, telephone, postage, bank charges, insurance, legal and professional fees, office equipments, furniture, depreciation, information technology, hardware and software. Everything you go for your miscellaneous and office cost. So totally you get for your overhead. Okay, see your management, administration, sales, marketing, miscellaneous, office cost, everything comes under overhead. All these three, you take storage, handling, overhead, everything will be there as a total cost. That is what it is being explained here. Okay, namely your cost components holding overhead cost. Okay, so that is what it is. So which is very, 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 very important. Okay, your typical warehouse cost. Okay, because simply you cannot hold a warehouse. You need to see all this possibility where you can manage your cost. Only when you manage your cost, you can run your warehouse. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to handle your warehouse. Okay, so this is where you call that as a cost tree. This cost tree is categorized into storage, how you handle, how much you invest for your over, what are all the overheads. Okay, so space, labor, equipment, management, administration, sales and marketing, miscellaneous, office costs, and so on. Everything is your total cost. Your total cost. Okay, this is a simple warehouse cost tree. See, basically, I'm just giving you a interrelationship of cost drivers. Okay, one site cost, then operation cost. Definitely, you'll go for a land cost. Okay, site size of your warehouse, how many acre that you make, then country or area. Okay, see, this land cost will have a relationship with your employee cost, operational. Yes, size of your warehouse will have your number of employees and operating cost. If your warehouse is big, more number of employee. If your warehouse is small, less number of employee. If your warehouse is big, operating cost will be more. If your warehouse is small, operating cost will be less or medium, whatever it is. Okay, so this is how you need to map and you need to learn. Site cost, operation cost altogether. Then you have your, see where you have your throughput plus your automation level. Definitely you need to see both your site cost and your operation cost. So this is a interrelationship of cost drivers. Interrelationship of cost drivers. Okay. Then see what are all the major and most important cost drivers to be identified. One labor, ரெண்டு நான் சொன்னேன் இல்லையா லேபர், ரெண்டு ஸ்பேஸ் அண்ட் எக்யூப்மெண்ட், மூணு ஓவர் நம்ம இதுல சொன்ன மாதிரி தான். ஓகே, மூணு ஓவர் சியர் தேர் யூ கோ ஃபார் யுவர் காஸ்ட் ட்ரீ. ஓகே, தென் சி காஸ்ட் டிரைவர்ஸ். See the most important cost drivers identified are throughput, building area, labor, automation level, country and region. Okay, so these are all the cost drivers. Then cost estimation method. How do you estimate your cost? Main cost estimation methods are analogy. Okay, see you prepare planning your cost. Okay, I'm planning for a warehouse, or I'm doing a warehouse for this particular product or for multi products. I'm maintaining one warehouse or a multiple warehouse. I plan it. Then according to that, I go for engineering build-up. Okay. See, if I'm storing a warehouse, if I want to storing, I'm making a cold storage warehouse. Definitely, I need to do engineering of that. Okay, or else I'm just storing all the provisions in the in food provisions or food packets. Definitely, I need to make my warehouse build up area according to that. So engineering will be done. So parametric estimation will be calculated according to the analogy and the engineering build-up. Okay. So in these addition methods, you have your expert opinion, then extrapolation, like you go for your most the expert. Okay. The or the already a person would have gone for it. They will be running a warehouse there. They would have be running a multiple warehouse there. You can get an opinion from that. This is where you go for your cost estimation methods. See, these are all the three cost estimation. See here, analogy, engineering, and parameter. Okay, on what parameter? Okay, on what parameter? See here, analogy requires few data, actual data, reasonably quick, good audit trail. What is the weakness? What is the application? You just go through this. Okay, I'll brief. Strength wise, you go for your which requires few data based on actual data, reasonably quick, good audit trail. Then which weakness is difficult to access, effect of design change, cost drivers, then subjective adjustments, where you can apply. When few data are available, then a rough order of magnitude estimation cross check. Then you go for your engineering build-up. Easily auditable, sensitive to labor rates, tracks, vendor codes, time honored. Weakness is requires detailed design because that is important. Slow and laborious, then cumbersome. Application is like production estimating, software development, and so on. Then in parametric, you have your budget estimates, cost rate studies, cross check. You need to cross check always. Then baseline estimates. These are all the applications that you can make. But where you are weak is like lacks of detail that you lack model investments, cultural barrier, need to understand model behavior. Reasonably quick encourages discipline, good audit trail, objective, little bias, cost driver visibility, incorporates the real world effects. So this is where you go for your parametric analogy, engineering build-up, and parametric. So three cost estimation. Then warehouse layout. Okay, warehouse layout. Shall I finish the unit today? So like we can. This is another one or two slides. I'll finish it. We can go to the unit two tomorrow in the next class. Okay. See here. See, this is not the exact model that I'm giving you a picture which is shared in a is a Google picture that I have collected from. Okay, see you store. Okay, you then there is a reception here, loading and unloading happens here, shipping happens here, picking happens here. Very simple. Okay, so you go for your typically see here. This is how it happens there inside a warehouse. Okay, so this will be your warehouse layout. Definitely, you need to plan for a warehouse layout. Yes, okay, where you need to unload, where you need to load, where you need to ship from one place to another. Because see here, for example, two warehouses are there. Accordingly, you need to arrange it. Okay, which is reception and which is a picking point. So you need to be very clear in briefing all this. Okay, then I will just go through this warehouse activities and mini computer there. See, the equipment and methods are there, and this is what is happening there. Uh, it's a simple one. I'm giving it here. Truck bay one, truck bay two, you receive, you store, you break your room there. Then from the zone one or two or three, from zone one it comes to zone two, then it goes to zone three. Then packing happens, loading goes. Truck bay two, it goes out. Okay, office is your forklift of equipment or storage is happening here. Okay, so this is a model of it. See, similarly you have same. For example, everything can is shipped here. See, loading unloading happens here, but shipping from one place to another only it will happen here. Picking because it will pick and it will give it to the shipping place. Okay, here your reception. Yeah, goods from manufacturers it will come then it will be stored here. Okay, so there are difference. இங்கேயும் அதேதான். Okay, similarly. See, warehouse layout, see, one story facility wherever is possible, since it usually provides more usable space per investment dollar and usually is less expensive to construct. Second, use straight line or direct flow of goods in and out for the warehouse to avoid backtracking and inefficiency. When it starts and it has to go till the end. Okay. Then the third principle is to use efficient material handling equipment and operations. Then the fourth principle is to use an effective storage plan. The warehouse. Fifth principle is to have a good layout, which is to minimize sale space within the constraints that space, type, and turning radius of material handling equipment imposes. Then sixth principle is to make maximum use of building height, that is to utilize the building cubic capacity effectively. So this is usually requires integration with materials handling. Okay. Then yeah, so that's all. I think warehouse layout is over. Okay, so these are all the six principles for your warehouse layout. So important 10 mark. Okay, you will get your 10 mark for your warehouse layout. Okay, so you can draw your layout on your own like this. இந்த மாதிரி போட்டுக்கலாம். Okay, you can do this. Okay.